So in this video, let's talk about affirmations. I love affirmations. I've probably been doing affirmations for, I guess, the last 10, 15 years when I first discovered affirmations, or maybe even further back when The Secret came out in 2009, or maybe it was Louise Hay, wonderful, wonderful woman. And just that whole thing about just, affirming your life, affirming your choices, affirming what you want to happen, what you want to experience is just a beautiful thing. But sometimes it seems like affirmations don't work. And if you feel like that every once in a while, that your affirmations are not sticking or they don't work, or that you maybe you feel like you're kind of lying. If you are saying, I am an abundant, wealthy being, and you have that little voice saying, no, you're not. If you feel like that, this video is for you, and I encourage you to watch everything till the very end. And I also invite you to watch everything else I have going on this video. So, but let's get started on this topic right here on affirmations, and primarily why it feels like, or might feel like, affirmations are not working. We all know the affirmations, or maybe we don't if you're new to affirmations. So affirmations is you are declaring an outcome that you want to experience. You can say it out loud, is probably the best way to do affirmations, or even better in the mirror. You're going to say it to yourself in the mirror. I am. All the I ams are affirmations. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am wealthy. I am abundant. And so forth and so forth. Or whatever it is you would like to experience, you're going to say as an I am. So you always want to say something positive after I am. You never want to say, I am tired. I am broke. I am misfortunate, or anything like that. Because everything after I am is an affirmation and is an attestation to something, a seed that is going to grow or come to fruition in the future. So that is what affirmations are. But we all know that when we say the affirmation, and many of us have that when it comes to finances. For example, if you're saying, I am wealthy, you're trying to counter, maybe you're trying to counter the fact that you only have maybe $5 in your bank account. So you want to say, I am wealthy. You're trying to counter that. Or you're just trying to create more wealth for yourself. Money, which is support and love. But then when you say that, when you say, I am rich, I am a millionaire, I am wealthy, you have that little voice in your head that appears and says, no, you're not. Your surface mind want to come in and say, no, you're not, because look at all these bills. Look at that $5 in your bank account. So don't come here and try and say and affirm that you are rich and you are wealthy, because you're not. And sometimes then when we are affirming those things, it kind of feels like, well, I'm kind of lying because it really isn't so. But the key is to keep affirming until you feel it on the inside, because the inner world creates the outer world. So it's not important what you see out there in the outer world. What is important is what you're feeling on your inside. Inner world creates outer world. And it can take quite a few affirmations sessions to kind of quiet that little voice, to drown out that negative voice. And maybe sometimes that doesn't even work. You've been doing it for hours, you've been affirming for weeks, and you still can't shake that little voice that is saying, no, you're not. No, you're not wealthy. I'm just using money as an example. Or love. If you're affirming, I am loved, or I am love, And maybe you're going through a time of loneliness, and then you have the little voice saying, no, you're not, because you're lonely. You don't have anybody. And you're trying to drown out that voice, and maybe it's not working. So here is a really, really, really good trick, a really good hack that I actually learned recently. I actually learned that, I think, 1 year ago from Michael Beckwith at the Agape Spiritual Center. When you say your affirmations, instead of saying, I am love, I am beautiful, you're going to pose it or say it as a question, because the ego mind cannot argue with a question. So instead of saying, I am rich, I am a millionaire, I am wealthy, I am love, etc., I am powerful, you are going to say, why am I so powerful? Why am I so wealthy? Why is my bank account just booming? Why do I have more money than I can ever spend? Why am I so beautiful? Why am I so loved? Why am I so successful? And actually, as I'm saying it right here, I feel the difference. I don't feel that counter energy coming in that I have to drown out. So try it out, because it actually works, and it works because you are feeling differently on the inside. Try it out. Try the question affirmations instead of the standard I am affirmations. Let me know in the comment section if you tried it out and how it worked for you.